Welcome into Just an Average Football Podcast, where every week is football week. Casey, offseason is in full swing here. NFL camps are starting up. A lot of big storylines. And maybe the biggest one is probably the talk around Fernando Mendoza of the Las Vegas Raiders. We've got a few of these storylines to cover. So there's talking points with each one of these. Let's go ahead and just go down this list here. I think I've got 8 I want to talk about. And each one's different. And each one could spark a little bit of a debate between us here. So the first one I have here is Fernando Mendoza will start for the Las Vegas Raiders. Do we think Mendoza starts for the Raiders, or is it Kirk Cousins' job until Mendoza proves that he's ready to take over that starting role?
So here's how I think it's going to happen. I think he's going to play a couple preseason games, maybe play all preseason games, pretty much all of them.
Yeah.
And then I think Kirk Cousins will start, and then I think by mid-season, depending on how the season looks, Mendoza will come in. I think they're going to try and squeeze him out as much as they possibly can until they absolutely think that they may need him or think that he's maybe ready. But I don't think that they absolutely need to play him.
I agree. I think there's kind of this notion that you have to start, rookie quarterbacks right off the bat. You got to throw them in there, let them get their feet wet, let them make mistakes, let them learn from their mistakes. I think that we've got away from that the past probably 10, 15 years. You don't really see that anymore. If you're drafted first round, especially first overall, you are starting. We've seen it from several teams as the years have gone on. But the earliest I think he goes in is week 1. I think he starts as early as week 1. I think he starts as late as maybe week 10, week 11. Success. What does success look like for Mendoza in his first year? I think just being able to go in and show that he can command an offense at the next level. There's been a lot of talk that his receivers at Indiana actually made him look good, and he's not as NFL ready as what people think. I think his mindset and his demeanor as a quarterback is going to help him out a lot as well. And that's kind of crazy because he went to the Raiders, and the Raiders are, I wouldn't be surprised if he looks like Max Crosby here in the next 5 years. No, I don't see him actually doing that, but it'll be interesting to see when he starts and how he does when he actually gets put in. But personally, Kirk Cousins just robbing teams right now, making bank, for every single
kind of ridiculous.
He's been in. But he's going to get, at some point in time, Kirk Cousins, I think, will be a backup. The next talking point here, or NFL storyline we're going to talk about, is who emerges as the wide receiver 1 for the New England Patriots. So they lost Stephon Diggs. We've talked about a few of their receivers, in earlier podcasts. You've got Booty. They just got Romeo Doubs. Hunter Henry is their tight end. A.J. Brown, talks of A.J. Brown coming to the Patriots. Who emerges as the wide receiver 1? We're gonna say A.J. Brown doesn't get traded. So their current roster, who is that number 1 wide receiver?
I think it's a toss-up between 2 because I think last year it was Booty for a while.
Stephon Diggs. Well, I think Diggs did what?
Diggs was, but Booty towards the end of the season into the playoffs was a primary target over Stephon Diggs.
Yeah. To Mac Hollins, you've got Mac. So I'm just looking here. You've got Demario, just kind of going down the list backwards here. Demario Douglas, Kyle Williams, Kayshon Boutte, Mac Hollins, and Romeo Doubs. You just signed Romeo Doubs.
I'd say probably Doubs because that's who they just recently signed for the most money. And that's probably what they're hoping.
Yeah, I feel like you've got to give him. You've got to give him targets. He signed a bigger deal, so you get him in there.
But you got Booty too, who was solid for him last year. So it's going to be a toss up, I think, between them two.
And the biggest thing is who earns trust early for Drake May. I think Drake May is going to kind of go where he's comfortable there. Hunter Henry was a security blanket for him. I think he's probably going to continue to be a security blanket. But the biggest question I think for the Patriots is, do they have a 1,000-yard receiver this year? Or is it just several guys with 720, 850, split of 6 touchdowns, 7 touchdowns?
I think it all depends on their offensive scheme.
There's a lot of factors.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, like we just talked about. I mean, we keep bringing it up, and really, it's just continuously being put out there. But the whole Mike Vrabel situation that's going on right now, how much does that actually impact the team going into the season? If this continues to come out, is he going to be in the right mindset? It'll be interesting to see kind of not only as the season starts, but as it progresses. Moving on here to topic 3, will Jesse Minter help or hurt the Baltimore Ravens defense? You're going to have scheme changes. You're going to have, different teaching styles. Is he going to be able to maximize the current talent that's on the roster?
I think with the Baltimore Ravens right now, I think change is good. I think
I agree.
I think change is good. I think you've been going. It's kind of like the Steelers. I think change is good. I don't think I don't think the Steelers change was as good as the Baltimore change.
Yeah.
But I always think change is good, especially when you've had a scheme for so long and it's been successful but not super successful. Just good enough to be good enough. And I think it's going to work out. I think that everyone's going to buy in. I think it's going to be a fairly solid season for Baltimore.
I mean, props to Jesse Minter in a 2-year span, coaching under Harbaugh. Well, he's at Michigan, I think, with Harbaugh. Then coaches under Harbaugh for the Chargers. Now he's taking over for the Ravens in a 2 years time. But I do believe that he's going to come in and get that defense right. Baltimore's defense last year, I realize, is kind of beat up a little bit, but still did not perform well. Do they finish top 5? Are they a top 5 defense? Are the Baltimore Ravens a top 5 defense next year? Like, if by the end of the year we're having a podcast, automatically what's coming to your mind?
I don't think it's impossible.
Yeah, I think that they definitely could be top 5. It'll be interesting to see how Minter takes over, what his leadership's like. Not assistant coaches don't always translate to good head coaches. We're gonna find out. Next one here. Will Patrick Mahomes be fully ready for week 1 with the Kansas City Chiefs?
I think it all depends on him. I think it depends on himself. If he's taken PT like super serious, if he's really grinding to come back, I don't see how it's not. I think he will. I mean, he's Patrick Mahomes. He's arguably the greatest quarterback in NFL. He's already solidified himself in the Hall of Fame as a quarterback.
Yeah,
and he's still young. So, I mean,
he's 30 now. I mean, we're 30,
yeah, but it's still young for a quarterback these days. So,
all right. So
I got all faith in Patrick Mahomes.
Okay. So, a question for you here. You're Andy Reid. Actually, we're going to say you're the coach. You're the coach of the Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes walks in. Hey, coach, I'm 100% and feeling good, ready to go, ready to start the season. Talk to the team doctor. Hey, he's about 90%. What are you doing as a head coach? You throwing him in there? You letting him play? Or are you going to wait till he's 100% to put him out there on the field?
I think how he is going to be in preseason, or how he is already preseason. So I think that maybe he may play.
I don't think he plays any.
You don't think he plays any snaps?
I don't think he plays any preseason. If I'm the Chiefs, I don't play him at all.
Justin Fields their backup right now?
Justin Fields is their backup, and then Gardner Minshew. And then,
who tore his ACL too?
Okadokan? Chris Okadokan? See, I forgot his name a while back. I think that's what it is.
So second string right now is probably Justin Fields, right?
Yeah, and I think there's a real chance that if Patrick Mahomes isn't ready, you might see Justin Fields for the first 2 games of the season. If I am the head coach of the Chiefs,
I think it all just depends on how confident you are in the backup.
That's true. Okay, that is true. But if I'm the head coach and it's just like we need him for the full season and he's not 100% and he goes out there and gets hurt again, you're right back to square one where you were at the end of last season, probably picking top 15 again. So I think you wait till he's 100%. Those first 2 games, the offense is still trying to get going a little bit anyway. And it also depends on what their schedule looks like. I can definitely see the NFL throwing the Chiefs a bone a little bit and be like, here's 2 layup games. You could probably play your backup and get a win here. I can see it. So, but me personally, if it's me, I'm setting Mahomes. I don't risk anything until he's 100%.
Yeah.
This next one's here. This one's interesting. And I need to pull this up before I even say it. But Who wins the Cleveland Browns quarterback competition? It sounds pretty cut and dry, right? Everything it's Shador Sanders. Oh, it's Shador's job. I don't know with the Browns anymore. I really don't. Let's go ahead and look up the Browns quarterbacks. This is probably something I should have had ready before we even started here. We're gonna get a list. Please don't give me the list of every single one. Okay, so you've got Shador Sanders, Dylan Gabriel, Deshaun Watson, and then Taylon Green. I do believe is the guy they just drafted.
Yeah, for whatever reason.
Taylon Green. Okay. Well, I don't know what the Deshaun Watson situation is. Shador Sanders, how much trust do you have in Shador again? You really want to put him out there? You had that whole thing last year where you just almost seemed like you refused to put him in the game.
Got in the Pro Bowl.
Refused to play him. Then he goes out there and, he goes to a Pro Bowl. Then you go out and draft Taylon Green, which is, how much faith do you really have in your starting quarterback? If you're drafting another one, you've already got all these backups on the roster. Cleveland Browns just continue to amaze me in the worst possible ways. But who gives them I don't know. What's your thoughts on this?
I think you paid Deshaun Watson all that money. You got to still give him a chance.
I don't think they already gave him a chance. He just keeps getting hurt.
I think that they're going to give him. I think he's going to get another one. He hasn't hasn't really played in a football game for like 4 years or something like that.
2 years.
I don't remember how long it is. It's been forever. But I think you still got to give him a chance. I think he's still under contract. You're still paying him. You still got to give him a chance. You can't just have him sit there as a second, third string making $50 million or whatever he makes. 40 million,
a lot.
Whatever ridiculous amount of money he makes. So I think they got to give him a chance. I think they're going to give him a chance.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm just reading this. I just pulled this up, posted 1 day ago. Deshaun Watson is projected to be the Cleveland Browns starting quarterback in 2026 over Shador Sanders. Oh my gosh, what a mess. What a mess.
I just think, I don't know, dude. Deshaun Watson, when he was healthy and not stupid, he was freaking good.
Not for the Browns, he wasn't.
I don't know.
For the Browns, he was horrible.
For the Texans, before he tore his ACL, he was a freaking beast. He was going to win MVP.
He was good.
That Deshaun Watson's probably out the window. I don't know how good he's. I don't know, dude. It's a waste of talent, in my opinion. I thought he was a stud.
Yeah. I mean, listen to this. This is just as he was going through the Texans. So Texans 19-8 touchdowns, or 19 touchdowns, 8, 26-9, 26-12. Last year with the Texans, 33-7, goes to the Browns 7-5, 7-4, 5-3 as far as touchdown to interceptions go. I mean, he was hurt, obviously, but that's crazy.
He's a freaking stud, dude.
And then, but think of it. If you put Deshaun in, he probably gives you the best chance to win. But if he gets hurt again, now you're, hey, Shador, he's hurt, come back in. And you're just kind of toying with Shador at this point.
I don't know if you're really toying with Shador because I think if...
Dude, Shador was projected to be a first-round quarterback last year.
Well, if he was projected to be if he was projected to be a first-round quarterback, then why didn't some other team take him?
There was so much stuff going on. That was honestly just very surprising.
So what? Dylan Gabriel's out the window, right?
Well, I don't know. So here's the next question for you: Is do the Cleveland Browns have their future quarterback on the roster right now? Like, is their franchise quarterback? You think Shador is their franchise quarterback?
I think if Shador can keep being positive as a quarterback and continue to grow, I think that there's potential. I think there's potential. But if we're talking about in the quarterback room right now, he is probably the one I would bet on.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's young. Deshaun Watson's probably 30, right around 30 years old. He's been in the league now for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years. 9 years, yeah, 9 years. So, I mean, does Taylon Green, does he do something? I really don't know.
I don't know who Taylon Green is.
I don't even know who you are. So while we're on the topics of quarterbacks and NFC, AFC North, might as well just hop over here to this next storyline of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Who's their quarterback one? It's Drew Aller versus Will Howard versus Mason Rudolph.
It's going to be
Aaron Rodgers.
It's going to be Aaron Rodgers.
Oh my goodness, they just keep. I mean, they're drafting not bad college quarterbacks though. Like Aller wasn't bad in college. Will Howard wasn't bad. To be fair, Will Howard was surrounded by a lot of really good talent, but and then Mason Rudolph just
He
he's
just
been
likes
there
to
for a
take his
while.
he just likes to take his helmet off and hit people with it.
No, he likes to get hit in the head with a
Oh
helmet
yeah,
by
you're
Myles
right.
Garrett.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
You
you're
can
right.
hit him, yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Oh, that was funny.
Gosh. Oh man, I remember all the memes coming out about
He took
that.
that
Like,
real good too.
yeah, I bet it freaking hurt too. But I don't know. Like a new new coach coming in. You've got McCarthy there now. Does he talk Aaron Rodgers into coming back and playing? Does the veteran leadership that Aaron Rodgers brings help his? I mean, he's going to start. If Rodgers is going there, he's not going there to be a backup. He is going to start. Rodgers is not the backup type. He did that for a long portion of his career anyway, behind Favre. So we're going to see. I mean, I don't think this coaching staff is patient enough to let one of these, especially if you're Mike McCarthy and coming into a franchise that hasn't had a losing season in how many years. It's like, we got to get in here and we got to continue this on or I'm out of here. Like,
Yep.
the worst they've done is 500, and why you might want to be patient and you don't want to go through the growing pains.
I tell you what,
I mean,
he has had a very good record as a coach in the regular season.
McCarthy? Yeah. Oh yeah. No, he's a great regular season coach. Just can't pull it off in the playoffs.
Which is perfect for being a Steelers coach.
Yeah.
So.
Last storyline here, maybe one that could be very back and forth depending on what kind of fan you are. Everybody's favorite team, America's team, people would say, the Dallas Cowboys. Do they have a top 10 defense this year?
It's
So their new
It's looking
defensive
like
coordinator, they went out and got some players there for the defense. Got the best safety in the draft. I could even hear that bush as you guys that over there. Apple. Whispered the whole thing to me. Their coaching changes though. So the one thing I will say about the Dallas Cowboys is they got a great defensive coordinator. Christian Parker was with the Broncos from 2021 to 2024, I do believe. He was our DB's coach, defensive backs coach. So he coached guys like Pastor Tan, all those other guys that are on the roster. I really liked him. I was sad to see him go when he left. I'm not sure where he went after that. I really didn't keep up with him because, like I said, he was just a defensive backs coach for us. But I know a lot of the players really liked him on the team as well. I think he does really well for him. I think he's going to take a step in the right direction. Do they have a top 10 defense? Well, they were the worst defense last year as far as
I think if they're even top 15, I think if they're in the better half of the league in defense, I think that's a win.
yeah,
And I think there's a lot of possibilities with that team if they're even top 20.
I think top 15 is attainable for them. Top 10 it's tough because there's a lot of really good defenses. But, we're going to see what the pass rush looks like this year with Rashawn Gary and all the other guys they have kind of all working as a cohesive unit this year. We're going to see if the secondary got any better, if it actually got any better. They added some really good players. Did I say Caleb Banks? And I meant to say, dude, I do this every single time. Added Caleb Downs, correct? Caleb Downs there, safety. So, yeah. Don't bring that up. So we're going to see, every single one of these storylines going into the offseason here we talked about. Those of you listening, let us know in the comments if there's any other storylines that you're interested to see. If there's any of these topics we covered that you believe could be a little bit different than what we predicted. But let's go ahead and hop over to segment 2 here. And we're actually going to talk about some of these players going into year 2. A lot of really good talent in last year's draft. And I think the way free agency went and the draft went and coaching changes went, we're going to see a lot of year 2 players kind of break out. And it was kind of not interesting, but there was a lot of players that got injured last year. A lot of year 2 players that were injured. You see the likes of Malik Neighbors, Cam Scatterbo. Oh my goodness, the list. Walter Nolan. Just so many guys got injured last year, so you really didn't get to see them kind of break out. Did I say Travis Hunter? He was another one that got hurt. So we've got 3 different kind of topics here we want to kind of sort through. Who's your safest year 2 breakout? Your safest year 2 breakout.
I'm gonna go Travis Hunter because he was hurt. I don't. I think you could consider that a breakout because he didn't really play for most of the first year. So I think I think if he's healthy, he is easily the safest bet for breakout player.
And I think he's going to be playing more of just one side of the ball is what I've seen. I don't think he knows that, but that's what the coaching staff's been saying. He's going to be playing more on one side of the ball. I don't want this like, oh, he already broke out last year. If he did, great. I don't think he did. I want to say Jackson Dart as the safest year 2 breakout, and I say safest because, I mean, you got a new head coach in there. I think that's going to help out a lot. Getting a Harbaugh in there, getting that culture fixed and right. You've got a healthy Malik Neighbors. You just drafted Malachi Fields, who I really liked in the draft. Healthy Cam Scatterbo coming back. Defense is on the rise. You got Arvell Reese. I think overall his supporting cast is really good. I think he's going to go out there. I think they haven't got Bellinger, the tight end. I like him as well. So I think that you're going to see maybe double production from Jackson Dart, potentially. He had 15 touchdowns last year, 5 interceptions. I can see that number being closer. And this is in 14 games. I realize he didn't play the full 18, or the full 17 games, but I can see him definitely coming out and having closer to that 30 touchdown range, 3,800 yards, possibly. Good running game. He's my safest pick for sure. What role player from last year do you think they could possibly make the Pro Bowl this coming, or actually next year? Yeah. So a role player from last year that could make a Pro Bowl this year. And if you don't have yours, I've actually got mine.
So I don't know if he's considered a role player or not because didn't he end up making the Pro Bowl? Tyler Warren.
Yeah.
Was he a fill-in?
I think he made the Pro Bowl. I'm pretty sure he made the Pro Bowl. He was like their feature guy last year, I thought, as far as tight end goes. He wasn't necessarily a role player. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, he had 817 yards and 4 touchdowns. It's pretty solid.
Okay.
Pretty solid. So,
oh man, I don't. That's.
It is tough. It is tough.
I would say it's probably a defensive player. I'm gonna. How good of a season did Jahdae Barron have?
Jahdae he's definitely a role player, and I didn't pick a Bronco just because I pick Broncos all the time, but he was definitely a role player, and it was funny because we drafted him to play that slot nickel corner, and then Jaquan McMillan went off, and it's like, you're not taking my spot. So here's the thing. I don't know how it's going to work out because if Riley Moss plays subpar, which I think he's a good corner. He's a white corner. He's a good corner. You could see Jahdae pop in and go outside. You could see Jahdae play safety. He's a very versatile guy coming out of Texas last year. He did really well. So he could be one of those players. I don't know if he's Pro Bowl material, especially when you have Pat Surtain on that team. I don't think you're going to see two corners from one team make the Pro Bowl, and that's Chris Harris Jr. and Aqib Talib, which I do believe they did when both of them played for the Broncos. But it's really hard. That's a tough question for sure.
Yeah,
I would tell you who while you're thinking about that, I've got Luther Burden, and I keep talking about the Bears. I'm not a Bears fan. Don't think those of you guys listen. I'm not a Bears fan. I'm really not. I can't really stand the Bears that much. I can't stand the Packers that much. So I am saying Luther Burden though because I do like Luther Burden. DJ Moore is gone. Last year as a rookie, not even a starter, he had 47 receptions for 652 yards, 2 touchdowns. Like I said, I think he's going to fill the void that DJ Moore left. I personally, and you guys out there that are Bears fans can correct me if I'm wrong, I think he has a better season than Rome Odunze. I really do. I think that Luther Burden will have a better season than Rome Odunze. Go ahead and bookmark it, and we'll meet back here at the end of the season, and I'll either, have my my congratulations, or I'll eat crow, one of the two. But that is my role player that could possibly make the Pro Bowl next year. Last one here is, which second-year player could shock people? Which second-year player could shock people? And this. I mean, obviously, I could pick the same two guys I just talked about, but I'm not going to do that.
I think the player that's going to shock people, and I'm going Kansas City Chiefs here, and they just got rid of both of their corners. Both their corners just left. I'm going Noel Williams. I think he's going to break out. He's in his second year. Trent McDuffie and Jalen Watson left. I think that he's going to break out.
Noel Williams.
He was a third-round pick in 2025.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
he started. So he didn't start really playing a whole lot until the end of the season, but he did really, really good. Like he had a 20+% ball hawk rate, which is pretty good, isn't it? Am I right?
You said what percent?
He had he was one of the only only outside corners with 60+% success rate and a 20% ball hawk rate.
It's a lot. I need to really dive into the statistics on that. It sounds good. I mean, it sounds great.
Well, he joined Quinyon Mitchell, Travarius White, and Dante Jackson.
Well, you put the likes of those guys in there, then yes, that definitely.
So he did that towards the end of the season. He played like the last 4 games is when he really started playing. But he was a third-round pick. Really wasn't like – he's kind of like, like the Eagles, where they just draft people that they just draft just draft the best that you possibly can. And I think that he's going to break out because
he's got the measurables. I'm looking at him here. He's 6'1", 200 pounds. Looking at his stats from last year, it really didn't get a lot of playing time, but
I did a little research.
I see that.
You told me you told me I never do research. People are going to be like, these Chiefs fans are going to be like, you bet. You the man. You deserve to have a microphone.
Yeah.
You deserve to have a microphone.
Yeah. Should be like,
you're like, no, who?
Who?
No,
who? Yeah, I don't know. We don't have that problem. No, I can't. I'm not going to go on a rant about the Broncos over here because I'll say one thing and then we'll win 3 games and I'll have everybody bookmarking this and coming back and giving me crap. So, no, best of luck to you Chiefs fans. You know, I think your secondary is going to be A-okay.
I think players. Okay, go ahead.
Tootin for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Okay.
ETN left. They really didn't do too much to fill that void left by him. He had 83 carries for 307 yards and 5 touchdowns last year, and I actually think he had a couple touchdowns through the air. But the times he was in, he looked really good, and I think he could definitely come in and be that lead back. He's a smaller guy. I think he's like 5'9", but 200 pounds or something like that. So I'm intrigued. I'm buying all my stock in Tootin. He might be a sleeper running back, and we're going to get into fantasy football here in a month or two before that all kicks off. But he might be my sleeper
anymore. It might get me back into it though.
Yeah, he might play. He might be a sleeper pick. Here in fantasy football. But,
so yeah, that's the other one I was tossed between him and I think Cam Ward is gonna. I think Cam Ward might break out.
Yeah, another one that I had too is it's not going to be really a shock because this guy probably should have had a breakout season last year. This could have been the breakout player. It was Walter Nolan. Dude was just hurt so much. But like when he was in there, he had a really good pressure rate. I think he's only behind a couple other guys. But, boy, the Cardinals just, I think they had a pretty decent draft. You know, you get Love in there, you're going to see what happens a little bit. And how the quarterback play goes, it'll be really interesting to see how the Cardinals do this year. They could be picking the top 5 next year. I don't know. But we've got one more segment here we're going to cover. It's going to be a little bit of a shorter podcast. Another segment here we're going to go over. It is going to be overreaction or legit. But first, a quick word from Smackin' Sunflower Seeds. All right, time to talk about a game changer for snack time. Smackin' Sunflower Seeds. These aren't your average dry, dusty seeds. Nope, Smackin' takes flavor to the next level. Bigger, bolder, and straight up addicting. Whether you're chilling at the ball field, gaming with friends, or just need something to keep your hands busy, Smackin' has you covered. And the best part? No soggy seeds, no weak flavors, just pure Smackin' goodness in every handful. So if you're ready to upgrade your seed game, grab a bag of Smackin' sunflower seeds today and get ready to start smacking. Scan our QR code or click the link in our description to get 10% off your first order. All right, we're back here. Overreaction or legit. Final segment here. These just red hot takes going into the offseason. This is all offseason talk, because we're in the offseason, and that's all we can really talk about. And I don't feel like talking about Diana Rossini and Mike Vrabel for 60 minutes. As fun as it would be to talk about all the stuff that's coming out, it's funny, dude. It's funny.
It wouldn't be fun to talk about that.
No, it would not. It would not be. Okay, so we're going to say if this is an overreaction or if this is legit could happen. So those of you guys that are listening, let us know what you're thinking as well. Number one, the Washington Commanders will win a playoff game this season. Overreaction or legit?
If they're all healthy and Jaden Daniels plays like he did his rookie year, yes.
I couldn't have said it better myself. I think that's a real legit chance, even in a division that's on the rise. That division could become one of the better.
It could.
I
talked about it last year when we started when we talked about this. I thought that if I thought Jaden Daniels was going to be healthy, them picking up what's his name,
Debo or no
Debo, having Debo, a dual
getting
threat
a left tackle,
a dual threat running back
Tunzel,
receiver. Yeah, they loaded up, and then Debo was hurt, and Jaden Daniels was hurt, and then it's like, man, So I think if Jaden Daniels is healthy, the sky's the limit with that team, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I don't know why I'm drawing a blank. Who did they just draft? Did they get?
They got a defensive player, didn't they?
They didn't get Sonny Styles, did they?
No, Sonny Styles went to. No, they did get Sonny Styles, didn't they?
Yeah.
They did get Sonny Styles.
They got Sonny Styles. Yeah, wow. So defense is looking up as well. So,
I think Jaden Daniels is the make or break for that, in my opinion.
No, I 100% agree. Why am I blanking on where Bobby Wagner? Didn't Bobby Wagner play for the Commanders? Does he still play for the? Oh my God, he's currently still with the Commanders as well. So they have Wagner and Styles. Holy heck. Wow. Okay, cool. I don't know why I got excited about that. Next one here, number 2, the New England Patriots will produce a 1,000-yard receiver. We kind of touched on this a little bit. We're going to touch on it again just because this is it an overreaction or is it legit? I'm going to say it's legit because I think Drake May is going to find a guy that, hey, I can trust this guy. I think, and it definitely could be Romeo Doubs, like we said. If not Romeo Doubs, Hunter Henry is my next best bet. I think it's Romeo Doubs or Hunter Henry. Or A.J. Brown if he comes over. Yeah. Number 3. Ooh, this is exciting. A first-year head coach will win Coach of the Year. Let's go through these head coaches. These are new hires around the league. Arizona Cardinals got Mike LaFleur. Atlanta Falcons, Kevin Stefanski. Baltimore Ravens, Jesse Minter. Buffalo Bills, Joe Brady. Cleveland Browns, Todd Monken, who I have met. Las Vegas Raiders, Clint Kubiak. Miami Dolphins, Jeff Hafley. New York Giants, John Harbaugh. Pittsburgh Steelers, Mike McCarthy. Tennessee Titans, Robert Saleh.
I think it's a toss-up between 2.
And I wonder if we've got the same 2 here.
I got Joe Brady.
Okay.
And John Harbaugh.
I have John Harbaugh and Jesse Minter.
Really? You think the Baltimore Ravens are going to be that good?
I think people are going to be surprised. I think people are going to be surprised.
I think they're going to. I think they're definitely going to win the division.
And it's tough. No, you know what? No. Well, does Kevin Stefanski, does he get it again? He's got it twice, I think, already. Clint Kubiak could even get it. I don't know. Yeah, I think John Harbaugh is the one that definitely sticks out here for me because you're going there and you've got a second-year quarterback. You don't have a Josh Allen. You don't have a Lamar Jackson. You don't have a Patrick Mahomes. So you're going there. You've got a quarterback who showed flashes in year 1. If he squeezes every single drop out of that team and they win 14 games, 100%, I think he wins Coach of the Year.
I think Joe Brady wins it if he goes in and does just as good, if not better, than McDermott.
I don't think so. I think he would have to go in and just win the division. And Josh Allen, Josh Allen looks great no matter what. Like, what was it? Mike Tomlin hasn't won it once, and he had several winning seasons with Ben Roethlisberger and other, mainly Ben Roethlisberger. But yeah, I'm looking else on this list, and like usually it's coaches that first in their division who won it. Like, because did Vrabel win it last year?
Vrabel did. No, was it Vrabel? It might have been Vrabel. It was him or the Seahawks coach, wasn't it?
Oh, I bet it was. Yeah.
Was it McDonald?
Mike McDonald, I think it might have been. The Patriots, Mike Vrabel and Josh McDaniels were awarded top coach and assistant. Never mind, it was Mike Vrabel. It was Mike Vrabel. Okay.
Deserved.
Yeah. Was deserved. Number 4 here. Ooh, this is a good one, too. C.J. Stroud is the best quarterback in the AFC South by the end of next season.
Who's he going up against?
Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence. That's it.
I don't. Daniel Jones. I think is starting in Daniel Jones and Cam Ward.
I think C.J. Stroud has the best 1-2 receivers. We talked about that. We talked about that.
Brian Thomas Jr., Parker Washington came on last year. He was
talked
really
about
good.
I'm pretty sure we
Travis
said
Hunter
Tank.
coming back.
Pretty sure we said Tank Dell and Nico Collins were the number one.
Yeah,
number two.
I think we talked about that, but that's before Parker Washington went crazy. Because
I don't think so. I think I think the best.
Oh, and Jacoby Myers. No, I definitely think that it's.
I don't know. I tell you what, if Daniel Jones comes out this year,
He just lost Michael Pittman Jr. though.
yeah, but if he comes out this year and plays as good as he did last year, oh my goodness, I think it's
Indiana
him,
Jones.
but
He's
I think
coming
it's
back.
him, but Trevor Lawrence didn't look too bad last year either.
Trevor Lawrence looked phenomenal last
You
year.
give C.J. Stroud an offensive line, and then he doesn't have to go against getting sacked 15 million times. I think he'd be all right, but I don't know. He is not good under pressure. I would take Trevor Lawrence over C.J. Stroud right now.
Yeah, I'm taking Trevor Lawrence, Travis Hunter, Brian Thomas Jr., Parker Washington, Jacoby Myers. Yeah, taking that, and their tight end is Brenton Strange, I think, as well, and he's a good tight end. So yeah, give me Lawrence. Number 5 here. How many do we have total? We got 10. We gotta get through these here. God, we are gonna stretch us into an hour. Whoever wins the Cleveland Browns quarterback competition will not be the starter by the end of the season.
I think it's possible. I mean,
I think
if you give it to Deshaun Watson, then
Yep.
Shador, I think that's the only way that's going to happen. I think if Shador gets it, I think he keeps it. I don't think that. I think it's Deshaun Watson's to lose. So that's just my opinion.
I agree. Yeah. We've already talked about a couple of these, so we don't need to talk about these again. This talks about the Pittsburgh Steelers. I don't need to talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers. We already talked about their quarterback.
We already talked about the top 10 defense.
Yeah, we already talked about this one. The one thing about the Steelers, though, it's the same kind of situation that the Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback 1 entering week 1 will not be their quarterback by week 10. If it's Aaron Rodgers, you're not benching Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
If it's Will Howard or Mason Rudolph, then there very well could be a quarterback change before. There could be a couple quarterback changes before week 10. Yeah, I'm so interested to see how that plays out because the Steelers, there's a possibility if the Steelers don't have their quarterback situation figured out, they could be fighting with the Browns for what I don't know, the worst spot in the division. I'm just saying that. We'll see. I don't want to upset any Steelers fans out there. Here we go. Number 8. Bo Nix makes the Pro Bowl for the Denver Broncos. Of course, I had him a Broncos.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think if he plays as good as he did last year and just continuously doing what he did, I don't know how he didn't make the Pro Bowl this last year.
Shador did. Because he broke his ankle. So.
Oh yeah, true. But he's a Pro Bowler. I mean, the way he's been playing, he's a Pro Bowler. If Shador's a Pro Bowler, he's a Pro Bowler by far.
I think anybody's a Pro Bowler. I think that you might see Mason Rudolph be a Pro Bowler.
If you're a great flag football player,
yeah,
you're a Pro
You're
Bowler.
gonna be a Pro Bowler. Yeah, if you play quarterback in the NFL, there's a pretty good chance you could be a Pro Bowler.
Statistically.
Yeah, it just seems like they'd allow anybody to go in. Like Shador's stats weren't mind blowing. he was I think I gotta look. Did he have more interceptions than he did touchdowns, and made the Pro Bowl?
That'd be something if he did.
1,400 yards, 7 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, Pro Bowl. So yeah, anybody can be a Pro Bowler. Caleb Williams finishes as a top 10 quarterback in the NFL, and that's something we need to do is start ranking
This year?
positions. Top 10 quarterback, yeah. So the end of next year, we're talking February. Caleb Williams finishes top 10.
That's possible.
I think it's possible too. He's got everything at his disposal
He's
right
got
now. We're talking about the
he's got
defensive line.
every single weapon to do it.
And then, really quick, people that are listening, can you let me know what you want? What do you want to say about Caleb Williams? I bash Caleb Williams, and I get roasted for it. I love Caleb Williams. I get roasted for it. What do you want to say about Caleb Williams?
Say he's an average quarterback that's getting better.
Yeah,
Like I say, I don't get yelled at.
Yeah.
And I hate the Bears.
Oh my goodness.
I don't think I've been yelled at once for talking about Caleb Williams.
Oh, we did too. Like a podcast we did what?
And I just did nothing but bash on the
4 months ago, just bash on him. It's like he's the best quarterback in that draft class. Like we were just getting like nailed. And
You
then
said
like,
he was the best quarterback in the draft class, and I did.
oh no, well the comments were saying that though too, yeah. And then I just was talking him up, and it's like most overhyped team, most overrated quarterback, and I'm like, I don't know what you want me to say. I'm trying to be nice here to the Bears fans, and then I get like other division rival teams coming in and tell me how bad he is. We're gonna find out. No one knows. He showed great flashes. He plays a lot of hero ball. We're gonna see.
He's got 3 great weapons that are very young.
He's got 3 great weapons. Manung guy is a pretty solid running back. Kind of popped off. He's a 7th round draft pick. You've got how many tight ends do you have?
They got a
Cole
good team.
Kmet, Sam Roush, and Colston Loveland. I mean, my goodness, he's got everything at his disposal he needs. Anyway, last one here. Marvin Harrison Jr. finishes as a top 5 receiver in the NFL. We really haven't been saying like legit or overreaction. I think that's an overreaction. I do not think Marvin Harrison Jr.
Who's even throwing on the football right now?
Last time I think I seen
Jacoby
him,
Brissett?
it's either him or I think a broom with arms. So one of the two.
But yeah, he wouldn't even. I don't even know if you put him on a good team.
Oh yeah, I think he's
finishing
top 5.
You think so?
Oh man, on a good team. What do we?
So you replace DJ Moore with Marvin Harrison Jr. Who does better? With Josh Allen.
Marvin Harrison Jr. He's pretty good.
Think so?
I mean, I think he had some pretty solid stats last year. I'm gonna look, and it'll be terrible. Okay, wasn't great. 608 yards and 4 touchdowns last year, and the year before that, 885 yards and 8 touchdowns. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's so hard to project. It really is so hard to project. So
I don't know.
I mean, we'll see.
He just seems like a big baby to me.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe you had DeAndre Hopkins that had Brock Osweiler throwing to him and all these other quarterbacks, and he was a phenomenal wide receiver. So,
Dude, I'm telling you, I would take.
maybe not.
Yeah, I would do something to say.
I'd take Malik Neighbors. I would take Malik Neighbors over. And doing these podcasts,
I would
like
take
this,
small right now in the NFL. Bash me if you want. I would take small, flashy wide receivers right now over big, physical guys. I would take Devontae Smith over AJ Brown.
What? Okay, you might get bashed for this. Keep going though. I'm waiting.
I'm just kidding. No, I don't know. I don't know. AJ Brown going top 5 in receiving. No, I'm just kidding. No, but I would take like Devontae. I would take Devontae Smith right now. Right now, I would take Devontae Smith over Marvin Harrison Jr.
Yeah, I think I probably would too.
Malik Neighbors over Marvin Harrison Jr. I'm just talking about like smaller
Let's
guys.
wait. This gives me a great idea for a podcast next week. We should literally do like, like have a picture or whatever. We'll say like a quarterback, like
And then
who you
talk
taking.
and then speak
So,
when
like-
someone's better than him.
Yep. And we'll keep going until you think there's a wide
Teaser.
receiver better than that. Yeah. Ooh, that's me good. I'm excited. I just teased the game for next week, but
He just teased himself.
yeah. I don't know. I would take Cortland Sutton over a lot of. Would
Would you take Cortland Sutton over Jalen Waddle? I mean, you got them both, but if you had to get rid of one,
I would
get rid of?
I would get rid of Cortland because he's older.
If we're going by skill, we're taking age out. Peak. Jalen Waddle ain't hit his peak yet, but we're going peak players.
Yeah.
Or are you taking Cortland Sutton without looking at stats? Just personal opinion, just what you've seen. The best out of Jalen Waddle, the best out of Cortland Sutton. Are you taking Jalen Waddle or Cortland Sutton? Because they're two different football players,
Completely
two different sizes.
different. I'm taking Jalen Waddle. I can't believe I'm saying it, but
No, you
But
can't
if I'm-
believe
if
you're
I-
saying
if I-
it.
well, yeah, because we've had Cortland Sutton, one of the longest tenured Broncos, other than Garrett Bowles, and then a guy that just showed up. I love Cortland Sutton. I don't freaking know you. No, I mean, a little quote in a little 30 seconds or 30 minutes.
That's
or
like,
less.
would you rather take? But that's also then like, would you rather take Megatron or? You know what I mean? Like it really depends. But
Yeah.
but it's like, would you take Megatron over Randy Moss?
No.
They're two completely different players, but one's small and
Yeah.
flashy, and one is big and
They're
physical.
both, well, okay. Anybody's small compared to Megatron, but I think Randy Moss was like
Randy Moss is-
6'3".
Is he that big?
I think he
I
might
thought
be
he was
6'3" or
short.
6'4".
I thought he was short.
I'll look up Randy Moss's height. He's 6'4", so he's
Okay, my
an
bad.
inch shorter.
Oh, my bad. He's 2 inches taller than I am.
Randy Moss or man, how tall was Jerry Rice? We're getting way 6'2". Okay, yeah, we're getting way too deep into this.
But you get what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
like I would probably take a lot of smaller wide receivers over some of these big physical hard nosed.
Yeah,
guys.
like I mean, shoot, anybody would probably take prime Tyreek Hill over majority of other receivers who are in the NFL.
Yeah.
So it's a fun conversation to have, and we're gonna have it next week. So a little tease there on next week's game. But thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for really listening to Casey and I ramble on for the past 50 minutes just about off-season stuff. But I will say, this is the most boring time of the NFL. Those of you guys that are listening, if you have any topics relating to the NFL, relating to football you want to listen to us talk to, I am a football coach. So if you have any high school-related things you want to know, stories, I don't have many. But this is definitely the downtime in the NFL, but there's gonna be a lot of cool stuff coming out here. Within the schedule release is next Thursday, so we have that to look forward to. Yay, super overhyped, but I think that's gonna be it for us. So thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you next week.